think the really important thing to understand about AI search is that it wants something different to Google. Broadly speaking, we can talk about this for hours, but broadly speaking, Google really wants you to show thought leadership. It wants to show that you're an authoritative voice on a particular subject, or your kind of your area of interest. So if you're producing, that's why blogs have become so important to Google, because you write longer form pieces that show that you have a point of view and that you can back it up. AI search, speaking about it generally, there are obviously tweaks between different tools. But typically it cares a lot more about topical authority and direct answers to questions. So if you think about how ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, whatever it may be, how they frame the conversation with the user, they're always prompting you to ask specific questions. Rather than putting a keyword into Google, you're putting a whole question into ChatGPT. And if you don't, it will ask you, what would you like me to do with this keyword, so it can turn it into a full-blown question. And then it goes out and looks for precise answers to those questions. So the way that we're looking at producing content for AI is to have much more modular content that has direct question and answer style, because that's fundamentally what it's looking for. Also, when it's looking for the 1, 2, 3 sources that it's ever going to show to answer those questions, it's then looking for authority around that topic by seeing if you have what they call query fan-out questions, which develop this idea. So are there related questions related to the original query that show that you're covering this topic more broadly and with clear, concise answers? So that's one way in which we're kind of changing how we write. The one thing that I would say, and I've said this a few times, is that if you're in the position where you're trying to optimize a single piece of content for AI search, SEO, and brand, language, brand, tone of voice, whatever, you're gonna really struggle, because they basically want different things. If you can do 2 of these at the same time, I think that's really all that we can hope for at the moment, because SEO, GEO, they want completely different things, and if you're getting to the stage where you're turning everything that you've got into really modular question and answer content, then your brand voice is just inevitably going to get diluted. So you need to be thinking about content as an overarching strategy, not just about how does it all add up to your search strategy, but which parts of your search strategy are these individual pieces of content actually serving. And if you can maintain your brand voice within that and be visible and be cited, that's where you're really going to win.